Okay, so this picture is by Yanis Barakis, a Greek photojournalist. So obviously, this picture is photojournalism. Um, so the purpose and the intended audience is basically the purpose is to inform people or to like educate people about not people to educate people that are interested in the news about like Middle East about the Middle East and to educate them and to show them like how how they live and how like wars how people in war zones live and like what the conditions are like. So this the layout. So there is the foreground, the middle ground, and then the background. So if in the foreground, so like the top of the picture, you see there are men like it kind of forming a barrier or like a wall or like making way for these for the women to pass through. And then in the middle ground, you see the women actually passing through the path that they've made for them to keep them like through a safe path. And then in the background, I mean, the picture just like all combines together, and you can see it like the bottom right, how men they're like these two men that are like staring up, kind of like showing or like illustrating that like something is they're waiting for something they're looking at something trying to understand like when it's gonna get there. I think something is like falling, maybe like a bomb or something. It's like getting to them, and then they're trying to like understand how they can keep themselves safe. So leading lines, these are kind of no, not leading lines. Layout, still at layout. So shot type, this is a medium shot. They're trying to capture the whole crowd and the barriers they've created, and it's shot from a high angle, meaning it's kind of they're trying to he's the photographer is just trying to get the whole crowd in one picture and to like really like from a higher angle you can see their faces and their expressions, um and then like but you can also see what they're doing and what other people like around them are doing, and it just like explains the picture more. You can see it like more clearly. And yes. And then so leading lines, um these are like diagonal lines. They're creating movement, walking away from the war zones or like the harsh zones and seeking safety and peace. Um, and then where these this is the rule of thirds. So where the points meet, the top left, you see that they're like men. The points land on like these three men that are like kind of like arguing, talking, debating something, trying to understand. They're all confused. They seem as they're all confused and they're all like worried and trying to get to something. And then at the bottom right, they're the men that are looking up, questioning, like trying to understand what is happening, what is coming down on them. And then the top right, it kind of shows the women walking to safety and the men just like keeping them safe. And then color and lighting. So the the only colors really are the people's clothing, and the natural sunlight. This is creating a mood of inconvenience or like trouble. These people have to like evacuate from their homes and walk through and like walk away, and they're walking while it's like the sun is out, so it's like hot, they're struggling, they like need to get to safety, like it's like very troublesome, very inconvenient for them. um and then yeah, and they just have to like carry all their belongings, and like the men are trying to protect them and like protect them from the aggressiveness that's happening around them. Yeah. And then symbolism and juxtaposition. So this kind of illustrates how men are the quote unquote stronger gender, trying to protect the women from the violence. And it's like there's no comparison, but there kind of is, because like these men are kind of just symbolizing like strength and power and masculinity, and while these women are symbolizing weakness. But then the men are also like, they don't have much power because they're being attacked from like a war, but they have like they have the strength, or they have like more strength over the women. And so themes and reflection. So I think the themes are like masculinity, safety, men portraying masculinity, taking the women to like a safer place, a safer environment. And I think this photo fits with the photographer's theme of like war zones and poverty and people escaping to safety. Like he has a reoccurring theme of war zones and um, poverty, and a lot of it is like in Europe and the Middle East. And this shows how people are like trying to escape. People are like worried, they're scared for their lives, trying to escape to safety.